What's up everyone, Gal the Cameron 23, hope you're all enjoying your bank holiday Monday, and I'm here today with What I've Watched number 2, where I'll be going through the Blu-rays and DVDs I've watched in the past week from last Monday to yesterday Sunday. So yeah, let's get straight on with it. The first thing I watched on Monday, and is something I bought on Monday and was in yesterday's Blu-ray DVD update. I watched the first series of W1A, which consists of 4 episodes. I explained yesterday, I don't know why they don't just class this as one series and just kind of show it kind of like series 1, kind of parts 1 and 2, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, watch series 1, again, 4 episodes, half an hour each. Now, if you don't know, if you've seen 2012, you'll know the kind of, more or less the setup. If you've never seen it before, basically it's a spoof documentary which goes behind the scenes of the BBC. You've got Hugh Bonneville as Ian Fletcher, who at the beginning of the series has taken up as the BBC's head of values. In 2012, he was kind of the head of the Olympic Committee, and they just felt that his kind of skills would translate well to the BBC. And it's very character-driven comedy. It focuses more on kind of clever wordplay. I mean, John Morton they've been doing comedy since kind of the early mid-90s. He did two series of People Like Us, which was really, really funny. With this, it is funny, but when you watch it kind of back to back as opposed to watching half an hour a week, you do kind of discover that it is quite repetitive and kind of not, I would kind of say lazy, but not really, because it's very samey. There's no really kind of difference from one episode to the next. It's very samey. The writing is the same. I'm pretty sure none of these characters speak in full sentences. Some of them characters are quite annoying. They talk over each other a lot. They make like silly comments for no reason. It gets kind of boring at times. Jason Watkins, who is a really good actor, but his character is so annoying. Sarah Parish, who is okay, her character is so annoying. Hugh Bonneville as Ian Fletcher is very, very good. He's as good as he was in 2012 as well. Jessica Hines reprises her role as Siobhan Sharp from 2012 in this as well. She does get annoying at times, but at least she is funny. But the annoying people just aren't really funny. Like I say, it's just kind of lazy writing at times. It's good. They are good characters though. Ian Fletcher is very interesting. You got a great cast as well. You got again Hugh Bonneville. You got Nina Sosanya. You've got Monica Dolan. You got Jason Watkins. Sarah Parish. Rufus something. I can't remember his second name. Who's I think was in Extras, I believe, and has been in kind of other few things as well. And his character again is quite annoying again. But that's kind of the main cast. But really, really funny people, and also Hugh Skinner and Ophelia Lovibond as well. Great name that. Ophelia Lovibond, really, really good name. But yeah, like I say, it's just kind of repetitive. The characters are interesting, most of them. Some of them are just annoying. And it kind of wears you down a bit, but it is a good show. If you're a fan of that kind of thing, definitely check it out if you haven't already. And on Tuesday, I watched the second series of W1A. Obviously, I've explained most of it, so I'm not going to go into too much detail again. But yeah, which comprises of 4 episodes. The first episode being an hour in length, while the other 3 were half an hour again. Again, it is funny. There's a really good, at least series 1, there's a really kind of a throwaway gag involving Alan Yentom and Salman Rushdie having an arm wrestle, which is quite interesting. But yeah, good cast. It does get kind of annoying at times, and that's W1A. And then after I watched that on Tuesday, I watched something that was in my last week's. Not yesterday's, but the week before's DVD Blu-ray update, and it is Storytelling, directed by Todd Solondz. Basically, this is kind of a film of, I wouldn't say 2 halves, but 2 stories. The first story is a thing about just, not including kind of opening credits, is about 25 minutes, and stars Selma Blair and Robert Wisdom, and also Leah Fitzpatrick. And basically, Selma Blair plays this college student who is in a relationship with a guy suffering from cerebral palsy, played by Leah Fitzpatrick. And basically, Robert Wisdom plays her teacher, It's kind of a creative writing course, and basically not really much of a story, but Robert Wisdom plays this kind of lecherous teacher who there's rumours that he has kind of sexual relations with his students, which come out to be true. Basically, Selma Blair basically has sex with him, and I love the way because this originally was going to be rated NC-17, which, if you don't know, is kind of the highest rating in the US. But they made a change to one scene. There's only one scene that they had a problem with, and basically it's a sex scene between Selma Blair and Robert Wisdom. And really what they did was they so you couldn't actually see what was going on. They had like a massive red box as over what was happening, which is really cool way. I know Todd Solondz is what's the word? Is like a rebel, I suppose. He does go against the grain, and this film is no different. Then you've got the first story being called fiction, and the second story being called non-fiction, which features Paul Giamatti, John Goodman, Mark Webber, Julie Haggerty. Who else? You got I don't know his name, but he played the really burly, strong guy in Brick. The Ryan Johnson film. He's in this as well. Obviously a bit younger. And basically, the second story is Paul Giamatti plays a documentary filmmaker who basically follows this kid called Scooby, played by Mark Webber. It's supposed to be like the life of a high school student, and it's interesting because he's like a stoner dropout. Mark Webber's character is like a stoner dropout. He doesn't want to go to college. He doesn't want to do his SATs. And if you know, if you've seen a Todd Solondz film, you'll know what to expect. Quite a lot of abhorrent sexuality, quite a lot of strong language. It's just I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but it's quite you squirm in your seat quite a lot. But I like that. It's very different storytelling, but it's very different it's a very different film. To a casual viewer, it may seem a bit over the top, but to someone who has seen, think all but maybe one or two of his films, you'll know what to expect. This is maybe my second favourite of his. Favourite being Happiness, definitely. Life During Wartime I wasn't that fond of, and Dark Horse I didn't think was that good, to be quite honest, but this one is very good. It's very Todd Solondz. Palindromes I did actually like. Maybe Palindromes are my second favourite, but the top three is this Palindromes and Happiness. But yeah, really funny, different, and I liked it. So there is storytelling. And then on Tuesday, I watched, which I've obviously something I've watched before. I watched Knowing Me, Knowing You with Alan Partridge. First off, I watched this series by itself. And basically, if you don't know, Alan Partridge is he used to be a chat show host, which this is his chat show. And I watched Storytelling on Tuesday. On Wednesday I watched this. It's strange because the audience for this show solves like a dual purpose. Basically, the audience is the audience for a chat show, so they do the ooh when something interesting happens, and boo when they don't like somebody, that kind of thing. But they're also an audience for a comedy show, so they're laughing about all the funny things and stuff. And I've never seen that really done before or since. It's the audience are it's the same audience, but it's different really. But that's something I like. I really like. But hilariously funny. It's just quite embarrassingly funny. When I say embarrassing, I mean it's funny because it is embarrassing. It's just really I've watched over and over again, and I say over and over again because I've actually took a couple of times to actually watch this because the disc kept skipping because I've watched it so many times. But great cast. You've got obviously Steve Coogan as Alan Partridge, and they have the same group of actors playing different various characters. You got Rebecca Front, Dave Schneider, Patrick Marber, Doom McKeon, Mel Hudson is in there a couple of times. So the Partridge stalwarts really. But yeah, really funny. Highly recommend it. And then I watched the series during the afternoon. And then in the evening, I watched the series again with the commentary. Well, I haven't listened to that before, but it features Patrick Marber, Amanda Iannucci, Rebecca Front, Steve Brown, who plays Glenn Ponder, and is the the music director. And who else was there? They're joined by kind of guest actors. Alan Ford is in the commentary. He plays Terry Norton in episode, I think, 4 or 5. Episode 5, and they kind of pop in, and kind of it's a different thing. Kind of you get the kind of the experience from kind of a guest actor's point of view, which I really liked. It's very kind of self-deprecating. They sometimes say, "Oh, we should have cut this out. This doesn't work," or "This didn't quite work." And I kind of started watching it on Netflix, but basically because when it was shown on TV, it was half an hour to fit in with the kind of the BBC schedules, basically. But on the DVD, they are extended episodes with extra footage not seen on TV, which is why I like watching it, because I watched the one on Netflix and it's like totally. I mean, the editing's terrible. It's totally obvious when kind of extra bits should have been added in but weren't because of timings and stuff. But I do like the kind of extended versions. There's a lot of good stuff in it, but yeah, really love its kind of character-driven comedy again at W1A, but in a different way, because most of the characters kind of come in for like one episode and that's about it. But really, really funny. Highly recommend it. No Meaning You with Alan Partridge. And on Wednesday, no, I've completely forgotten now. Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. Yes, it was Thursday. Sorry, Thursday evening, I watched one of my favourite comedies of all time. It is Office Space. Love this movie. I saw it on TV years and years ago. Instantly loved it. It's funny, relatable. Not quite as relatable because I've never worked in an office, but it's still very, very, very funny. Got Ron Livingston, Ajay Naidu, or Naidu, I'm not sure how I'll pronounce his name. David Herman, Jennifer Aniston, Gary Cole, John C. McGinley. And Mike Judge kind of pops in there as, but he's not. He's like some. He's got like a pseudonym basically. He plays Jennifer Aniston's boss. Really, really funny as well. Written and directed by him. It basically tells the story of Peter Gibbons, who has basically has a kind of a dead end job at a kind of computer programming firm. Basically, he hates his job. He hates his boss. And basically, one night he gets hypnotized to become kind of more relaxed at work. And when he is getting hypnotized, the guy's hypnotizing him dies. And basically he's left in this kind of ethereal state where he's like, he doesn't really care about his job. He's very laid back, relaxed and stuff like that, and it's kind of affecting his work. And basically he becomes like a straight shooter kind of guy, and he basically fires his two friends, who then take revenge on the company by it's kind of computer virus stuff and kind of the kind of comedic situations that arise because of that. But it's really, like I say, I've watched it again and again. I've loved it equally each time. This is the Region A locked Blu-ray. There's no UK Blu-ray at this moment, which is a bit kind of annoying really, but there you go. This contains special features. You've got some deleted scenes, a kind of retrospective, which was done a few years ago. The trailer, a trivia track, and a couple of kind of desktop games. It's just kind of the discs there. But yeah, if you haven't seen it before, I definitely highly recommend it. It's kind of late 90s, I believe. Yeah, 99. So it's kind of like the turn of the millennium kind of thing. But yeah, really funny. Office Space, hilarious, love it. And then on Thursday, well, I suppose you could say it Friday morning, kind of Thursday evening, Friday morning, I started watching something on Netflix, and I watched the kind of Friday and Saturday. I watched the entire first season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is a very, very, very funny comedy from the US. Kind of a situation comedy, and basically it tells a story. It has different characters. You've got a great cast in there as well. You got Andy Samberg. You got two women I can't remember the names of because they've got quite interesting names. You've got Terry Crews, Andre Borgia or Broger. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Who else? Jolie Trulio is absolutely hilarious in this. And a couple of other people. Chelsea Peretti as well. I've never heard of her, but yeah, she's in it. And basically, it kind of follows a group of cops who work in kind of the station they work in is called Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's kind of I know it's hard to explain, but it's kind of each week. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you say like a comedy show, it's just basically kind of a comedy show, like different things happen in different episodes. It's kind of weird to explain, but that's basically it. But it's very, very funny. It's well written. It's was it developed by Dan Gour and Michael Shaw, who or some kind of producer or something on The Office and also Park and Rec as well. So it's that kind of thing. And also the pilot episode was directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller as well. But it's really, really funny. Great cast. I think it won. I think it was like an Emmy or a Golden Globe for Best Ensemble Cast. Very much deserved. And it's just good to see a show that, how can I put this, that doesn't have the entire show focus on a prick trying to fuck somebody, like some shows I could mention. Which is kind of good to see, because it's not samey. It's very much different. Each episode is very different, but it has kind of through jokes as well. But yeah, I'll say I highly recommend it. Obviously, if you don't kind of like any of the actors in it, you're not going to like it. But if you do, and if you're a fan of just kind of really funny comedy, it kind of wore me out kind of watching it, because it's very kinetic. It's very busy, I suppose you could say. But it's still very, very funny. So that was Brooklyn Nine-Nine season 1. And then I watched, I think I watched the first 12 episodes on Friday. No, yeah, I suppose like kind of Friday morning, Thursday evening, Friday morning, and then watched the last 10 episodes on Friday evening. And then did I watch anything on Saturday? No, I don't think I watched anything on Saturday. And then on Sunday, which was yesterday, I watched I'm on a Partridge Series 1 with commentary, which features Armando Iannucci. The first series, Armando Iannucci, Peter Bainham and Steve Coogan. And again, like No Me, No You, it's very banterish. They kind of play off each other very, very well. They are the 3 writers of the show, so again, they do say, oh, we should have cut this out, this goes on for too long, why did we do this when we could have done it like this? But yeah, one of my favourite shows of all time. Now I do kind of group kind of No Me, No You and I'm on a Partridge into the same kind of show, because I just can't pick between them, the kind of which one I like best. So I kind of put them in the same kind of basically the same kind of story series even. But yeah, play off each other really, really well. Self-deprecating, which I like. They're not afraid to kind of say that this is wrong, we should have done it like this, which I really, really like. So yeah, I watched series 1 with commentary, and then I watched series 2 with commentary. Now this one features, from the first 4 episodes, it features Armando Iannucci, Peter Bainham, Simon Greenall, Felicity Montague and Amelia Bullmore. And again, it's because there's more people, they do tend to talk over each other a little bit. I don't know what Simon Greenall does, but most of the time, Simon Greenall, most of the time, he's just sitting there laughing at the show while they're trying to kind of like explain stuff, which is kind of annoying, because I don't know whether they get paid for it or how much they get paid for it. But if you're just kind of like sitting there watching the show, there really is no reason for you to be there. And then on the last 2 episodes, you had just Armando Iannucci and Steve Coogan for the last 2 episodes. I'm not quite sure why they did that. It was Peter Bainham and Steve Coogan, sorry, because I know on the first 4 episodes, kind of at the end of episode 4, kind of Armando Iannucci kind of leaves to do something, and kind of like the last 2 episodes are Peter Bainham and Steve Coogan. Again, with them being the writers of the show, again there is that, like I said before, there is kind of, we should have done this differently. But I really like that, they're not afraid to kind of criticise themselves, which I really like. But yeah, like I say, one of my favourite shows of all time. It's a commentary I listen to every so often. I just like hearing their voices, I suppose. But yeah, that is what I watched on Sunday, and that is what I watched for this week. So, like I said, watched a lot more kind of TV shows than I usually do, and more TV shows than films. I only watched 2 films, the rest being TV. Some good stuff. Actually, it's all good stuff, actually, to be quite honest. So yeah, nothing really bad in this in what I watched last week. So yeah, that is what I watched, and that'll be do for this video. Now, I was hoping that this would be a bit shorter video than last week, so hopefully that is right. I'm hoping that it is. But yeah, that's what I watched for this week, and what I watched this. Well, what I will watch this week will be what I watched next Monday, and yeah, so not much more to explain. So I'll let you go. So thanks as always for watching, and have a great day.